Breaking news from the NFL, where Aaron Rodgers is returning to the Steelers next season. Our NFL insider Jonathan Jones reports Rodgers is signing a one-year deal with Pittsburgh. The deal is worth $22 million guaranteed and $25 million with incentives per NFL Network. It will mark Rodgers' second season in the Steel City and his first under new head coach Mike McCarthy. The two won a Super Bowl together in Green Bay. Last season, Rodgers led the Steelers to the AFC North title, but they were beaten in the wild card round at home by the Texans. Rodgers will turn 43 in December.
Okay, not the first time I've looked at Aaron Rodgers here, and he's got the one-year deal to return to the Pittsburgh Steelers. This goes down 165 days after his birthday. And that's just amazing because Saturday was the 16th day of the 5th month, and that's the day they agreed to this deal. 165, 16th day of the 5th month, 165 days after his birthday, and they said it's 1 year, $22 million guaranteed. Look at his birthday, 122, December 2nd. I believe that's also the Britney Spears birthday, who's been trending lately as well. Here she is right here. That is, you see, that's the Britney Spears birthday. And she's been trending for like the DUI stuff or alleged DUI. Right here, man, time flies though. That was March 4th, but I think she had some court stuff related to that recently. But what are the chances? And again, I'm not an entertainer, okay? I'm here to give you this information. Maybe that's why I'm shadow banned, okay? I'm not an entertainer. You know, I guess I could be funny occasionally, but I'm not an actor, okay? 165 days after his birthday, on the 16th day of the 5th month, 165. Look at this, the days left in the year here, and the day of the year with his birthday and this signing date. So his birthday leaves 29 days in the year. He signs a one-year deal to return to Pittsburgh on the day leaving 229 days. 229 is like 29. Even his birthday, the 336th day, signs on the 136th day of the year. There's more San Antonio Spurs energy with this story. Aaron Rodgers, De'Aaron Fox. San Antonio Spurs deep in the playoffs. Will they win the championship? I don't know, because there's a lot of Cleveland Cavaliers energy as well. And all of the teams have connections. That's how it works. That's why I wouldn't gamble on sports if I were you. Especially as a decoder, when you see these connections, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to win the title, but it's a possibility, right? Look at the De'Aaron Fox birthday, December 20th, 12/20. That's like 122, the 12th month and the 20th day, 1220, and you get the name Aaron. All of these stories just follow each other and connect. San Antonio equals 122. That's ABC 123 with the cipher. Apply the code like that. San Antonio 122. What are the odds? And you get the Aaron connection there. Check that out. And they're playing Oklahoma City, right? Now, they've won 8 games in a row, OKC. So look at that. See, Aaron Rodgers has the 8 on his jersey. Oh, and he used to wear number 12 again, 122 is like 12 with all of that. You see, and De'Aaron Fox trending because he's got injury issues. Aaron, 122 connection. His birthday, 18 days after Aaron Rodgers. That number's also been popping up with quarterbacks. And it's actually on a decode I'm working right now, which I will reveal later. 18 connects there also. De'Aaron Fox's father's name is Aaron. You see that? Aaron Fox. What a nice Aaron connection that is right there. There's probably more. If I were to look more into De'Aaron Fox, there's probably some more connections right in front of my face even that I'm just not seeing. So, I just want to give that to you again. I just want to show you that these stories are fake. These characters are playing roles. This just keeps us in a continuous loop with the same energy repeating. You understand? A computer is pumping out the stories. That's what's happening. And then characters are playing roles. It's all by the language.
All right, Steeler fans, regardless of your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers, it sounds like he is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler for another season. Adam Schefter, the first one to break the news on X on Saturday, saying that Rodgers and the Steelers have agreed to a 1-year deal. It's worth about $25 million. That's about 23 base plus a few extra million in incentives. Now, the deal still has to be finalized and signed, but OTAs are coming up. They start down on the south side on Monday. Schefter says Rodgers is expected to be there. Of course, he will be linking back up with Mike McCarthy ahead of the 2026 season.
And again, 1 year, 22 million guaranteed. I didn't even enter any of this stuff because I've covered him and the Steelers before. You can see Rodgers right here, 103 like Steelers. Rodgers has that 41 like San Antonio. Rodgers has the 86 like Aaron, which is just his first and last name. But you see that right there? Steelers 103, Rodgers 103. I know there were some rumors about him coming to the Cardinals out here in Arizona. He's age 42. Arizona equals 42. But that's probably why the rumors Aaron, Arizona. That's probably why I heard those rumors. And that was probably just in my algorithm anyways. So pretty wild. The Steelers were first place in the AFC North, 10-7 with that overall record. And I mentioned that's the Britney Spears birthday as well. Spears has the S like Steelers. See that? Spears has that S like Steelers, and they got the same birthday. If you were to go through with this character, Princess of Pop, PP, Pittsburgh with Aaron, if you were to go down that character, you would see all of the connections again. And I mentioned earlier, I'm working on another story right now where it's the same old stuff, man. It just continues story after story with these connections. We don't, with the WNBA with the NBA playoffs, like I mentioned, all of the teams remaining, there's connections everywhere. If any decoders are encouraging you to gamble, shame on them, because they're basing it off of energy and connections they're seeing. Like I said, it's all connected. So that would be a bad idea, especially with gambling now in the mix. Do not do that. Do not gamble on these sports. And I think gambling, it came around and really hit big, and people are being conditioned to fake sports, kind of like WWE, and then it's accepted after a while. But I think the gambling softens the blow. You know, people do it for fun, right? And they want to win money. So I don't think people really care about that it's fake anymore. But the stuff is fake and it's a script. Remember, Aaron Rodgers looks like CM Punk. Since I mentioned wrestling, Punk, like Packers P, right? CM, like Green Bay Packers GB. Sometimes you see it with the initials, right? Philip P, Packers P. Rodgers began his career with the Packers, but CM Punk looks just like Aaron Rodgers as well. Since I mentioned pro wrestling there. So I brought that up, and I think I made a video on that before. Aaron Rodgers, 1-year deal to return to the Pittsburgh Steelers, says the Associated Press. And again, you can go all the way down here and see a bunch more connections, I'm sure. I'll see you next time.